Hi kids! Today we are going to learn about subtraction of whole numbers. At the end of this lesson, you shall have been able to define subtraction, identify the parts of a subtraction equation, identify other terms that mean subtraction, subtract numbers without and with regrouping, and solve word problems involving subtraction. First, let us define subtraction. Subtraction is taking away or deducting one number from another to get a difference. For example, 7 minus 3. 7 minus 3 means that you're going to take away 3 objects from the total number of objects, that is 7. So you take away 1, 2, and 3. 7 minus 3 is equal to 4. Addition and subtraction are inverse or opposite operations. With subtraction, instead of adding two numbers to get a sum, you are removing one number from another to get a difference. Look at the examples below. 10 plus 8 is equal to 18, and 8 plus 10 is equal to 18. While in subtraction, 18 minus 8 is equal to 10, and 18 minus 10 is equal to 8. It seems like subtraction is the backward equation of addition. The following are the terms which mean subtraction: take away from, less, reduced by, minus, decreased by, deduct from, diminished by, and subtract from. When you see these words, that means that you have to apply or do subtraction. So now let's have the parts of a subtraction sentence. 28 minus 8 is equal to 20. 28 is called the minuend, 8 is the subtrahend, and 20 is the difference. Minuend is the number from where the smaller number is subtracted. Subtrahend is the number that is being taken away from the minuend. And the answer in subtraction is called the difference. So now let us learn more about subtraction and see different examples of word problems that can be solved using subtraction. Let us try to answer problem number 1. Fred wants to buy a ukulele that costs 2,865 pesos. If he has already saved 1,025 pesos, how much more does he need? In order to find the amount that Fred still needs to save, we have to subtract 1,025 pesos from 2,865 pesos. We write this as 2,865 minus 1,025 equals n. For the solution, we can use the expanded form of the numbers to easily subtract the numbers. And simply subtract the numbers by place values. We start from the ones. 5 minus 5 is equal to 0. 60 minus 20 is equal to 40. 800 minus 0 is 800. And 2,000 minus 1,000 is 1,000. Combining all the amounts, we get the total of 1,840. For the final answer, Fred still needs to save 1,840 pesos. There is another way of subtracting numbers through the use of column subtraction. For an easier way of subtracting numbers, simply follow the steps. Number 1. Write the numbers in column according to their place values. 2. Subtract the ones digits first, the tens digits next, then the hundreds digits, and so on up to the digits in the highest place values. And last, regroup when necessary. So now, Let's have the easier way of subtracting numbers. Step 1. Subtract the ones digits. 5 minus 5 is 0. Next step is to subtract the tens digits. 6 minus 2 equals 4. Step 3. Subtract the hundreds digits. 8 minus 0 equals 8. And the last, subtract the thousands digits. 2 minus 1 equals 1. So the answer is, Fred still needs to save 1,840 pesos. Let us try another problem. A stadium can accommodate 8,350 people. During a basketball game, 6,287 came to watch. How many seats were not taken? In order to get the number of seats taken, we simply subtract 6,287 from 8,350. In the number sentence, we write it as 8,350 minus 6,287 equals n. For the solution, we can write or express the numbers in their expanded form. Then, subtract the numbers from ones place up to the highest place. So we start with 0 minus 7. 0 minus 7 cannot be since 7 is larger than 0. So what we do next is we borrow from the next place. 50 becomes 40, and the 10 that we borrowed from 50 will be transferred to the ones place. So we can now subtract 10 minus 7 equals 3. Then next is to subtract the tens values. 40 minus 80 cannot be, so we borrowed again from the next place, which is 300, and 300 becomes 200. 40 becomes 140, so we can now subtract 140 minus 80 equals 60. Then subtract the hundreds place. 200 minus 200 is 0. And last, 8,000 minus 6,000 is 2,000. So the total is, there were 2,063 seats not taken. For an easier way of subtracting the numbers, simply follow these steps. First, write the numbers in column according to their place values. Second, subtract the digits from ones place to the highest place. Last, regroup when necessary. 0 minus 7 cannot be, so regroup 5 tens, and 5 tens become 4 tens, and 10 ones. Subtract the ones. 10 minus 7 equals 3. Next is to subtract the tens digits. 4 minus 8 cannot be, so regroup 3 hundreds. 3 hundreds become 2 hundreds, and 10 tens. Combining 10 and 4, we have a total of 14 tens. So 14 minus 8 equals 6. Next, subtract the hundreds digits. 2 minus 2 equals 0. And last, subtract the thousands digits. 8 minus 6 equals 2. The answer is, there were 2,063 seats not taken. Let us answer the next problem. What is the number if you take away 652 from 1,870? Follow the steps. First, subtract the ones digits. 0 minus 2 cannot be, so we regroup 7 as 6 tens and 10 ones. 10 minus 2 equals 8. 6 minus 5 equals 1. 8 minus 6 equals 2. and bring down 1. The answer is 1218. Let us try another subtraction problem. What is 9764 decreased by 159? Again, follow the same steps. Subtract the ones digits. 4 minus 9 cannot be, so we borrow from 6, regroup 6 into 5 tens and 10 ones. 10 plus 4 is 14, so we have a total of 14 ones minus 9 equals 5. Next, subtract the tens digits. 5 minus 5 equals 0. Then subtract the hundreds digits. 7 minus 1 equals 6. And just bring down the last digit. The answer is 9605. Let's have the next problem. What is 328 subtracted from 956? Follow the same steps. Subtract the ones digits. 6 minus 8 cannot be, so we borrow from 5. Regroup 5 as 4 tens and 10 ones. 10 plus 6 is 16, so 16 minus 8 is 8. 4 minus 2 is 2, and 9 minus 3 is 6. The answer is 628. Next problem. What is 9000 decreased by 954? Follow the same steps. Subtract the ones digits. 0 minus 4 cannot be. So what we do is to borrow from the next place. Here we can see that the next two digits are both zeros. So what we need to do is to borrow from the digit in the highest place. Regroup 9 as 8 thousands and 10 hundreds. Then regroup 10 also as 9 hundreds and 10 tens. Then last, regroup 10 as 9 tens and 10 ones. Now we can subtract the numbers. 10 minus 4 is 6, 9 minus 5 is 4, 9 minus 9 is 0, and bring down 8. The answer is 8046. So now, let us learn how we can check our answer in subtraction. Let us use our solution in problem number 1. For you to check your answer in subtraction, simply add the difference in the subtrahend, and the sum should be equal to the minuend. We start from the ones place. 3 plus 7 is equal to 10. 6 plus 8 is equal to 14. 0 plus 2 is equal to 2. And 2 plus 6 is equal to 8. If you got all the correct sums of the numbers, that means your answer is correct. So now let's try our solution in problem number 2. To check our answer, add the difference in the subtrahend, and the sum should be equal to the minuend. We start from the ones digits. 8 plus 8 is equal to 16, 2 plus 2 is equal to 4, and 6 plus 3 is equal to 9. All the sums are correct. That means our answer is correct. Congratulations, kids! You just finished your lesson about subtraction of whole numbers.